Well, hello everyone. My name is Alin Dhianabila with student ID 23130 for 2014. And here in this video, I am going to explain about my essay that talked about the regional dialect and social dialects. So without any further ado, let's just get into the discussion. Well, as we know, language is one of the most essential part of communication. According to you, language is a system of symbols and rules that enables humans to communicate and express meaning. However, this system of language does not operate in the same way all across the communities. The way people speak varies greatly depending on where they live and what social groups they belong to, and this is known as the language variation. The difference of language used by one group to another group because of the regional and social factors is the definition of language variation. Wardo and Fuller state that language varies not only from one individual to another, but also from one group to another. It means that language varies not according to who is speaking, but also where that she or he comes from and in what social groups they belong to. And one of the most common causes of language variation is dialect. So dialect is a variety of language which differs grammatically, lexically, and phonologically from other varieties. Dialects are a particular forms of language that are characteristic of specific groups of speakers. So it means that dialects is could be the identity of one group to another group that's make them difference between one to another. Well, there are two types of dialect. The first one is the regional dialect, which is influenced by their geographical location. And there's also social dialect, which is shaped by their social classes, education, occupation, gender, and another social aspect. And to understand how does these variations affect the communication, I applied the framework of ethnography of communication stated by Del Himes in his speaking models, but I'm focusing on the P and K aspect, which refers to P as a participants is the people that involved in the communication. It is about who is speaking and what is their identities, what is their relationships, their social roles, because somehow it influences about their choice of dialect and choice of style. And the key is refers to the event, to the tone, manner, or the spirit which communication is carried out, whether it is formal, informal, serious, unserious, and a lot more. To analyze the regional dialects, I compared two videos of interview between two athletes from the USA. The first one is Jalen Princeton, which is the athlete from Northern USA, and the other one is Evander Holyfield, which is the athlete from the South.
Favorite pair of kicks?
Kobe's. Any Kobe. Without a doubt.
Kobe's are very comfortable and they're easy to rock as well. Plus, they're fresh.
Very fresh.
Who was the tough?
I would say growing up, playing against my dad one-on-one was probably the toughest thing ever. Because he would never let me win.
How are you tonight?
I'm good, thank you.
Of course. To have your son following in your legacy.
Well, it feels good, but kind of risky. But he trained well, so he should do well.
Did you ever want your son to go into boxing?
Well, I have 11, but
Well, as we can see, the Northern athlete Jalen Brunson usually talks in a fast pacing and flat intonation, which is not really melodical. If we compare it to Evander Holyfield, which is have a more melodies and slower pace when he is talking. Both of them say the word never. When it comes to the R sounds, Jalen Brunson sounds more clearer than Evander Holyfield. And of course, to illustrate the social dialects, I analyzed characters from the movie Divergence 2014 based on their social classes and their language use. For example, from Janine Matthew, she is a high-class scientist, So she speaks with technical items and formal grammar used, and she also have a serious tone.
Faction before blood. It's an important ideal, but sometimes difficult to fulfill. It goes against our fundamental human nature.
The next one is Andrew Prior. He comes from the upper classes and he speaks in a calm yet respectful tone.
An old accusation that he mistreated his son, and that's why the boy defected.
There's also Jack Kang. Jack Kang is the leader of a kinder classes, which is the middle class, and his tone is serious, clear, and honest.
Might be your truth. It's not necessarily mine. All I know for certain is you're both wanted for criminal.
And the next character is Ford. He is the middle classes, which is from the dauntless class or the soldier. He relaxes grammar, not like Janin that use a formal grammar, and he also use informal tone and also blunt expressions.
Move when you die.
Here we can see that language may differ from one another individually or groups based on their regional factors and their social factors. The regional factors may differ from the dialect. If we can see in our real life situation, Minang people speaks Indonesians differently with Sundanese people, right? That is also the same case in northern US and also southern US. And for the social dialects, a person's social classes, educational background, and also their occupation may causes into the differences between their language use, their preference of vocabulary, and their intonation. Here we can conclude that the use of language of someone may reflect their social condition and also their origins. I think that's all of the explanation from me. Thank you very much for listening and see ya.